But that's quite an impressive way to introduce yourself to a new audience, a new fan base. Tell us how it all came about.
So I think a few people asked us this question about how it came about, and then I have to remind them that Mark Andrews was a member of the TNA and Impact Wrestling roster. So the
Of course,
kind of remind people that they go, oh yeah, of course, like there's the connection straight away. So yeah, I think that's kind of how it came about. Mark had connections in, and there was a conversation that went on, and we spoke to Jimmy Jacobs, who then of course reached out to Scott D'Amore, and Scott was a big fan of NXT UK. When we got there, we had a proper chat with Scott. He was telling us that he felt that at the time NXT UK was one of his favorite things to watch on TV. It said they were small, manageable episodes, an hour long. They had either ongoing storylines that went on for weeks, or they had a one storyline that would be intricately placed throughout that show. And he thought that that was really interesting and really clever. So when we got there, we thought maybe it was just the case of Jimmy had seen some other stuff and then he'd been put forward, or Mark's history there. But when we got there, we realized that Scott had seen a lot of our stuff, and Scott was already a fan. So we were told we were going to be on there, and we were like, okay. And then it got announced, and we didn't know that it was going to be for the Impact Wrestling World Tag Team Championships, but it was, and it was against ABC, and those guys are absolutely class. And we went out there, and I'll say this now, that we've had some good matches with some people, and we've had some great matches with some people. But I don't think we've ever had instant chemistry with a team like we did ABC. I can't explain it. I don't know what makes it different. That's no knock on any other team we've ever wrestled, but with them, it just felt different. Everything clicked straight away. We kind of put stuff together. They have this creative and different offense, and ours just seemed to gel, and our counters to their stuff and their counters to our stuff, and it just ended up being what many considered that night the best match of the pay-per-view. And we had that, and we were like, whoa, this couldn't go any better.